getting cold, you're needing a shoulder. Puff out your chest and be a little bolder. All we do is we buy and hold. There will be shills who wanna steal your thrills. There will be friends who hold till the end. There will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. Panic and fear really are near, but it's not ours to own. We have shown that all we do is buy and hold. Oh, there will be shills who wanna steal your thrills, and there will be friends who hold till the end, and there will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. So when the night's getting colder, you're needing that shoulder. These apes got your back, we got each other. All we do is we buy and hold.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Go for launch, GC. Go, got it. Go. Fido, go. Bravo, go. GC. Go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Eco, go. FAO, go. Payloads, go. Scan for the customer, go. DPS, we're go. Eco, go. Booster, go. Surgeon, go. PRS, go. Okay. And let's see, we'll wait on GNC.
T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start.
SCO, hear you loud and clear, 5 mics. Tell me. Have you loud and clear as well, thanks, sir.
Go for auto sequence start.
And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
Should have a good forward leg now on S10. Okay, you sound good.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and ruckus are comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got an apartment across from the park, put quinoa in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due. Do my password begin with a 1 or a 2? Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Ooh-dee-la-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So ooh-dee-la-dee-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang. So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
Good morning, you filthy apes. Welcome to AMC with KC, where we buy, we hold, and we screw those edgies. Screw 'em! That's right. This is where we like to fling poo and eat crayons for breakfast. Rock strong. The title for the day today is Have a Safe and Happy 4th of July. I'm going to share with you guys on the screen here 4th of July that I had a few years back. And I'll just watch through this and see if you can pick it up on your own, because this stuff happens quickly. Very, very, very quickly. So I want you guys to be safe. Watch this. Whoa. 13 seconds. Now, the video starts recording. And I'm going to rewind here. We're going to take this in slow motion here. And we'll get to the point here. So I light it up. What happened was this is one of those, I don't know, 24, 30 some odd mortars that are supposed to go off. And half the thing went off and then it just stopped. And so I thought, I gave it, a long while, let it sit there for a while, kind of cool down and everything. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go over that thing and I'm going to figure out what happened to it. I go over, I start dissecting it, and I find that there was a cut in the fuse that went from the first half to the second half of the mortar set. And so I spliced the whole thing up, and I cut off half of the mortar set there, and it was half a brick, basically, of mortars that were left. And, I was like, man, I'm going to get my money's worth here. And obviously, when you guys go light those things, you'll notice that there's a green fuse. Green fuses, they go pretty slow. Yellow fuses go fast. And the one that was left was a yellow fuse. Now, I kind of figured this as much. I figured the color-coded difference was that it was probably a faster burning fuse. But I kind of thought, the difference between in between each one of the mortars going off was usually at least 3 seconds or so. So I thought, well, I'll probably have at least 3 seconds to get back. It'll be a lot faster than the maybe 5 seconds that I normally have. I'm like, it'll be probably, burn half as quick. But you can see as soon as I light this at 1 second into this video, that thing is going off instantly as soon as I light it. 1 second into the video, you can see the lighting of it, and it's not even 2 seconds in, and that thing is lighting off. Now, the interesting thing about this here is that you can see that as I slow forward motion this, my hand is completely engulfed, and fireworks are starting to come out of my ass. And so my hand is completely engulfed in that thing. And then you'll notice I'm starting to poop out a little firework ball right here. And I don't know if you saw that or not when you first watched it in fast motion. This is how fast you can lose fingers in fireworks here. And that little mortar right there deflected off of one of my fingers. And what you'll notice here to prove that it's actually a mortar that went off is that mortar that's up in the sky that the camera followed goes off in the sky approximately the same time that the mortar on the ground is starting to go off on the ground. So there was a mortar that deflected off of my hand, went off on the ground behind me as other mortars were going off in the sky. But everything ended up being okay. The worst thing that came out of it was that I had my finger hurt a little bit for a while, a little swollen for about a couple weeks. But it wasn't that bad. But I want you guys to be safe. I really want you guys to be safe. I want you to have a wonderful 4th of July. I want your 4th of July to be full of this kind of stuff up in the air. And don't take any undue risks. Make sure you have all your limbs and everything after this is all said and done. So, and I don't mix alcohol when I do fireworks. So yeah, don't do that. That's not a smart idea either. But yeah, be safe though, guys. I really want you to be safe because I want your digits to all be there later on down the road. But for sure, have a happy 4th of July tomorrow. Do celebrate. We have an amazing country. We have the freedom to be able to say what it is that we want to say. We have the freedom to be able to do what it is that we want to do. We have a free country, and that's an amazing thing. So celebrate it and go out with a bang. For sure. All right. That's all I got for you guys. That's my little sit-down speech for you. Petra says, please soak all used fireworks in water overnight. Yes, I fill a little bit of a bucket with water at the bottom side of it, and all of our used fireworks go into that water and then sit there. Not just for one night, several nights. Well, I guess, I'm trying to think now. I guess this time it's only going to sit out for like 2 days. Because trash is coming pretty soon thereafter. But yeah. Let me clean off my glasses, and I will take you guys over to the other page, and we'll take a look at numbers. Tim's laughing at me. Thanks a lot, Tim. Appreciate that. It's funny because I still have my fingers and digits left. Amazing Bluetooth says, fire is coming out of my ass. I feel you, Casey. I had Taco Bell last night. Jeff says, we leave fireworks up to the city, and they put the one heck of a show on. Then the band comes on after. My dad was watching. He was alive and there for the San Diego fireworks when the San Diego fireworks all went off all at once. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video, but like literally they had some kind of malfunction in their system, and when they started the show, every firework went off all at once, and the entire shebang happened in probably less than 30 seconds. And it was just like one big huge fireball. Gary says, thank God your house did not get it. Yeah. All right, my glasses are clean. You know, the crazy thing was, is I didn't even, I don't even think the explosion was so quick. I don't even think it singed any. I didn't have any burned hair. I have really thick arm hair. I don't even think it had a chance to burn the arm hair. It was so fast. All right. Let me take you guys over to the other page here, and I'm not going to be able to see what it is you guys are writing, so hold those personal thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns until you see the big tramp back up on the screen again. Let's see. I think I have everything updated here. So, nobody got the price prediction right on the money yesterday. We were like 10 cents apart from each other on our price prediction yesterday, and all of us were on the low side. We ended up finishing at 521. Nobody missed. The closest person to missing would have been myself, off by 6 pennies from missing, but still got the point. So let me add points in here real quick. Short exempt volume. Yesterday, our total volume was higher than I thought it was going to be, but I think it still ended up in the range that I felt that we would see, which was 10 to 30 million shares. So let's see, what do we have for short exempt volume? In regards to short exempt volume, it came in at 634.8. That makes it 3 of 3 days being over 300K, which means we get to fill this back in with a green color. And our volume for the day yesterday is not, for some reason, showing up on my screen. It doesn't want to pop up again. I don't know why this page has such a hard time. 24 million in volume yesterday. The revised volume from the previous day was upgraded to 19.1. So day over day, we had about 5 million shares more in volume. Just about 4.9, somewhere around there. And let's see here. Yesterday, we were up in price by 3.37%. Let's check utilization. Looks like 68.48%. A little bit down. 10% down from where it was previously, which means we may be seeing a lot of shares being returned as of yesterday. We'll check it out here in just a minute, though. Moving on to Max Pain. Max Pain yesterday had increased from $4.50 to $5. I wouldn't expect to see it change at all. I think $5 will probably be where it's at today. And indeed, it is $5. Going into next week, Max Pain was $4.50 yesterday. It is now showing $5. So next week is now increased. And week ending 7/19 was $4.50. That still remains $4.50 at this time. GME's Max Pain was $23 yesterday, and today it is at $23.50, so it's gone up a little bit. For the week ending 7/12, Max Pain is at $23.50. Remember, most of our call and put volume that we were seeing was between 20 and 25, meaning 22.50 should be kind of the middle point, but Max Pain's on the higher end of that. Week ending 7/19 for GME, Max Pain is 22. Institutional ownership. Yesterday was being reported at 85.402 million shares by Fintel. Today it's 85.401. Very small little change down there. And let's see here. Let me take you over to the other page and we'll take a look at the rest of the data after I move some screens around. You know what? I think this page is screwing me up. I'm closing it. Let's try this again. Alrighty. Taking a look at options. Highest amount of call volume and open interest yesterday for AMC was at a strike price of $5 with 29.3 thousand contracts. That has dropped to 28,000 contracts. So there has been some closing of call options at $5 strike, which won't help price move up any. At a $5 strike, there was 12.9 thousand contracts at 5 yesterday in volume. Today there is 10 points. Oh, I'm sorry. Yesterday, the highest amount of call or put volume was at a $4.50 strike, and there was 10.6 thousand contracts. That's down to 8.4. The total amount of largest amount of open interest right now is now at a $5 strike with 12.9 thousand contracts. $12.9. Puts closing at 450 will definitely help price move upwards. That is a bullish sign. Market is suggesting a close somewhere between 475 and 525 by the end of the week. Considering that max pain is $5, you tell me where you think it'll close. Taking a look at some of the other future contracts and open interest for next week, we'll just kind of get a little bit of a documentation of where that's at. And then let's head over to GME and check that out. Highest amount of open interest on the call side closest to strike price where we're at is about a $25 strike. That's what I was mentioning to you a minute ago. Highest amount of puts at a $20 strike. So in between would be $22.50. Max pain, however, is $23.50, which is right about where price is at right now. If we were to see GME close this week at $28, I would suggest that there's going to be something significant happening, as that would be 3, 6, 9 different strike prices that would be broken above max pain. So I think that $28 is probably what would really cause like another gamma ramp up to a higher value. So I'm kind of focusing on 28 as a possibility for if we're going to see a continuation on gamma for GME. That's what I would be focused on. We'll scroll through the rest of the options chain here. And for next week, all right. Taking a look at Ortex, like we saw earlier this morning, utilization way down on AMC. So we should be seeing a bunch of shares being returned. However, that's kind of odd because on Ortex yesterday, when we were watching throughout the day, by the end of the day, we saw at least 1.68 million shares being borrowed. So it'll be interesting to see why this utilization is down here. But there's your utilization drop from 78.97% to 68.48%. On loan amount went up from 74.89 million shares to 81.43. So things aren't passing the sniff test here. We're looking at 6.54 million shares in newly loaned shares on AMC. Okay, so let's talk about that. Why would utilization go down but on loan amount go up? Institutions could have bought more shares and made more shares available to be borrowed. That's a possibility. Institutions could have just made more shares available to be borrowed, period, without even buying any more shares. So there may be more locates available than there was previously. Trying to think of other... I'm sure there's a couple different reasons why the utilization could drop, but the on-loan amount drive to a higher value. One of the highest values that we've seen so far as of 2024 was around 99.1 million shares on loan. So being at 81.43, we're just about, is that, like 18 million shares off of the top, from the top. Let's take a look and see what the on-loan average, or the estimated short share interest of the free float. That should be rising if the on-loan amount increased. It did. It went from 15.14 to 15.59. 0.5. Is that right? No. 0.45. Yeah. $368.09. So Ortex is estimating that about 1.65 million of the 6.54 million was in new short interest. On loan average age per day. This value, when you have an additional 6.54 million shares borrowed from from day to day, is going to be dropping. It dropped from 30.05 to 27.85. Security lending volume should be lower than what it was yesterday, but oh no, it was higher. Wow, I was gonna say lower than yesterday, but really close. It's just slightly higher than it was yesterday. So we're starting to see a ramp of security lending volume again here. This is that change point that I was talking about from yesterday. And the security lending volume rose from 16.31 million shares to 18.44. GameStop. Utilization slightly driving up day over day from 39.67 to 40.51. On loan amount kind of increased just a little bit from 41.51 million shares to 41.64 million shares. That should very slightly raise the estimated short share interest of the free float, and it went from 11.42 to 11.42. So it wasn't enough shares to cause that to rise. Stayed the same day over day. On loan average age per day should be rising. It didn't. It went down. So that means that there was older position. Whatever positions that were newly opened yesterday were replaced by older positions. So some older positions were closed out yesterday on GME. And the on-loan average age per day dropped from 17.21 to 16.14. Security lending volume day over day increased from 5.51 million shares to 8.84. SSR trigger price for the day today on AMC is $4.69. And we are not getting the option data being reported currently for AMC, so I can't cover that. GME's trigger price for SSR is $21.58. And this data does not look accurate. Yeah, this is reporting for next week for whatever reason. It is not showing this week's option data on the chart here. Not sure what's going on, but we're not getting accurate data off that, so I can't report it. Orders by Fidelity customers. AMC and GME are the only two I'm looking for. GME ended the day yesterday with a 52.07% buy and a 47.93% sell ratio. 60-40 is what I'd like to see, so it's a little bit on the low side there. But it's still more buying than selling going on. And AMC did not make the list. I think we need to see over 30 million shares traded in a day to see that, to get on the list. Yesterday, MMRI was at 291.55. When this value reaches 300, it's extreme risk in the marketplace. It's 291.06 today. The spread between the 2-year and 10-year bond rates
Yesterday when we started out the day was 0.301 and we ended the day at 0.303, so really just a very small increase. Today it is at 0.33. So we're seeing this jump back up a little bit here. More inverted. We started out the week at 0.346. I'm getting advertised cars. That looks like Acura. I don't know why. Yeah, it is Acura. Acura of Austin. Look at that. Let's see. What do we got going on here? VIX is showing slightly down overnight to down 0.05 at 1320. We watched the VIX get absolutely crushed yesterday, and the VIX value finished the day yesterday at 1203. Still a full point lower than where the futures are suggesting, but the VIX was dragging the futures down for the last week or so. This has been sitting at around 13.88, and the futures have been dropping as the VIX has been dropping. The Nikkei is up 0.98, Hang Seng up 1.29, and the Nifty 50 at 0.67. Most of our markets should be up based off the VIX being down this morning, and but we do have some down areas in the market. As much as 0.05%, but then we also have things that are up as much as 0.24, so kind of a mixed house. Of the Mag 7 this morning, 4 are actually not even 4, 3. 3 are green. One's right smack dab in the middle. Financial institutions that have changed more than 2.5% since yesterday's closing price will get a shout out, as I feel that would be a significant move in the pre-market. We have the douche tank up 3.23% in the pre-market this morning. And we'll call this one out just because, oh no, we won't. It's not, that's it. That's the only one. Gold is currently up 0.67. Taking a trend turn, and currently looks like it's consolidating, but there was a trend up more recently. Silver is up 2.18, taking a big boost overnight in overnight trading here, and is up to 30.18, broke past 30. And currently it looks like it's kind of consolidating a little bit here, but it's still, even as it consolidates, it's still kind of trending up a little bit. Ethereum Classic is down 1.54, continuing to trend downwards. The US dollar is down 0.08, consolidating after a downtrend. SPY is currently down 0.01, gapped up in pre-market open this morning, trended up a little bit further than that, and then it kind of started trending down a little bit, starting around 6:51 this morning. Taking a look at, let's see here. Tesla this morning on pre-market open trended up, consolidated for a little bit, and then started trending down. It is up 2.26% in the pre-market. Amazon in the pre-market is down 0.01%, gapped up, consolidated, and then started trending down. Cinemark is not yet been traded. Doge is down 2.74 and is trending down. Bitcoin is down 1.18 at 60.1K a coin. Let me just check the daily on this. It looks like it may be doing a retest of this. Now, I felt like the breakout would be over here and that we would see another retest of about 70K before a breakout going down. And if we see a breakout early on this, that will be unexpected from my viewpoint. I was not anticipating to see a breakout going down on this soon. I thought it was going to be happening later. There may be a huge need for free cash right now. Free cash. That doesn't sound right. There may be a huge need to free up cash GME is down 0.63 and is consolidating after a trend down at market close yesterday. HYMC is not yet been traded, neither has NCMI, and Robinhood is down 0.31 in the pre-market, trending down after pre-market open. AMC is up 0.38 in the pre-market. Got our rabbit pellets going this morning, probably a lot of low liquidity. We saw a bottom of 516 in the after hours yesterday, and then price started rising at pre-market open this morning. We trended down at first and then are now trending up on pretty low volume. Yesterday in total, we had about 2.5 million, 2.6 million, well, 2.5 million dollars more outflow than an inflow. We're on 4,000 shares traded so far this morning. It's pretty low. On a 4-hour time interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure than RSI of 68.76, which is above average. On a 1-hour time interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure than our RSI of 61.83, which is above average. On a 30-minute time interval, more buying pressure than selling pressure than RSI of 60.02, which is above average. And on a 5-minute time interval, there's currently more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 64.64, which is above average. Taking a look at Ichimoto. Lagging line is above price line. Conversion is above base. All this looks really, really good. I've oftentimes said that there's always once price does break above a red cloud, there's usually a test of the conversion line, and we saw the first pull away from the conversion line right about here on the 28th, and then we see a test of not only the conversion but the base and even the lagging line testing price line. But before shooting up off that and then retesting that again a secondary time and bouncing off of it. I don't know. We didn't quite test it a third time. But what I tend to see happen is usually on the second time it usually will fail through. So I would have expected the failure to be through at this point right here. And this is unusual to see price continuing to move upwards after a second test like this. So we really want to keep lagging line above price line. So for the day today, we need to finish 536 or higher. So I'm going to write down 540 as my number. That keeps us as a buy signal going into trading on Friday. And don't forget, today's only a partial trading day. Let's see here. We move, yeah, 540 is going to be the magic number. We do have a thinning portion of green cloud right here, but that may just be this temporary downwards movement right here that's kind of suggesting, since we didn't break through and we're starting to see some price movement up again here in thicker cloud, this is probably not the breakthrough point yet. But it's certainly good enough to, on a 1-hour chart, to cool off RSI for another trend back up again here. On a 4-hour time interval, this one's even stronger of a signal than the 1 hour for longer term investors, especially like institutions. Lagging line is above price line, conversion is above base, and price is broken out of a cloud here, and we are moving very, very nicely here. We do not have a green cloud ahead of us until about 7-9 is when that first green cloud appears, and price doesn't have to break through the beginning portion of a green cloud. It can actually be on the backside. But you know, because if we were going to break through this, I would expect to see at least a day or two more of upwards momentum of trading before seeing a trend towards that. But as it stands here, really all we need to do, I mean, there's nothing stopping this right now. So long as price stays above the conversion, sorry, not above the conversion, above the cloud. As long as price stays above the cloud, we're safe. And that price point is going to be about 493. So I'm going to write anything above. We really want to stay above the conversion, but the cloud is safe enough for now. So seeing a retest of the cloud is okay. So I'm just going to write down 495. Anything above 495 is okay for a close. Obviously, we want to see price staying above the conversion, which means that we want to see 510 or better. I'll put 510 next to that 495. 510. 510 is ideal. Taking off the Ichimoto cloud and just looking at this in terms of the price movements that I've got set up on a 1 hour time interval for the ascending parallel channel, I would expect this price to move out of this ascending parallel channel here at some point downwards. I don't know when that exactly will occur, but 536 is our new high, which means that a synthetic price failure is now 431.5. I need to come up with a closing price for the day. I'm just kind of looking at this for in terms of like price prediction. Where would I predict this to be? And not forgetting the fact that there's we close at noon my time and 1 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to guess where price is going to move to because I'm not sure if it's going to go idle like it normally does at around 10 and just trade sideways out the day at whatever price that may be. But I'm probably gonna guesstimate on a much higher price than what I've been doing, which will probably be my down failure. But I would imagine we'll close somewhere between 552 and perhaps maybe like 516. So if I were to kind of just randomly pick like a 540 value for a close for the day today, where does that stand in terms of levels of support and resistance from the past? Most of the support and resistance from the past looks like it's right around like 531, 532. So maybe we close like just underneath that. Maybe slightly above. Could also be in the 540 range. I'm looking for something to jump out at me. I think I'm going to go with the 535 close. Maybe 538. As it stands right now, we're still getting 50 cents. So if I were to do 538, I'd be looking at 448 to 5. That's not right. 588. Sorry, 480. I can't say it. 488 to 588, perhaps. Is that a good prediction? Yeah, I think that's a good prediction. 48 to 588. I think I'll run with that. I know I'm doing a prediction a lot earlier than normal. Volume levels, we'll have to still wait another 7 minutes here before our pokey stick of volume, and I might change my prediction based off of that. But tentatively, I'm going to go 488 to 588 for a close for the day today, which would be a 10-cent increase today over day on closing price. Actually, more than 10 cents. My bad. That would be 19-cent increase in price day over day. For some reason, I was thinking we closed at 528. I guess it was 521. All right. That's all I got for you guys. Darren says, you're lucky it wasn't a larger caliber cake. You wouldn't have had that finger, bro. Yeah. I mean, it deflected right off my finger, coming right out of the thing. So the ball size on that thing was, gosh, man, I want to say that they were like the size, the diameter of the hole that they were shooting out of was probably the size of a, it was smaller than a quarter, maybe a nickel size. Sure. At first, I thought I had dislocated my finger because when it hit it, it left an indent in my finger. Like I could see, I could see where the impression was where it hit, and I thought because of that indent that I was seeing on my finger, I thought, oh crap, my I figured my finger was dislocated. No, there was no dislocation. It was just simply a depressed skin in the area, and powder burn. Powder burn was probably the worst of it. Fly High and Enjoy says, where do you think Adam Aaron dilutes again in the run? I would say that it would probably need to be something impactful, because we're at 368 million shares as it stands right now. So he may only want to do like another 100 million. So if he were to do another 100 million at $20, let me see here. What would that come out to? 2 billion. That'd do it. That would put a pretty hefty dent, and that would probably. So here's the thing. In one of the last meetings he had, not the very last meeting, but I think it was the meeting before that that we had. I think maybe it was the year. No, it wasn't the yearly. It was the quarterly. And the quarterly shareholder meeting, he had said in there something about something in terms of I don't expect to need to dilute again. It was really weird how he said it, though. It didn't. I fully anticipate them diluting again at some point when price does start moving upwards. I just don't know at what price. So it's on my radar for sure. But $20 with another 100 million would give him about 2 billion, and would certainly. And I don't think they ever want to just completely get rid of all debt, but paying off $1 billion in debt now, and perhaps maybe holding on to another $1 billion of that money for the future, for whatever it is that they want to do going forward, would certainly be impressive, and would probably be the last of the dilution that would be needed. If he could wait just a little bit longer than that, if he waited to 30, he could get 3 billion. That would take care of everything. I think it really kind of depends on how fast price starts moving. Apex says 265 toots holding 84.6 million shares of AMC as of 6/30/24 per Weeble, with a 62.09% buy rating. Apex is going with a 532 close, 482 to 582. Yes, but Adam announces it tanks 30% immediately, so numbers would not work. Would need 26 for 30% cut upon announcement. I see what you're saying. Yeah, probably. But if we broke 20, That's a significant breaking point, and I think price would move very significantly during that period of time. Pokestick, Apex is reminding me Pokestick is coming. We're looking at 102,000 shares on our Pokestick right now, giving us a grand total of 109,000 shares. That's still really low volume. It's more almost double what we saw yesterday in the pre-market. And yesterday we ended up having way more volume than I would have anticipated. But it was still within the 10 to 30 million that I suggested. I might up. I mean, I'm probably not going to give the price prediction until a little bit later because I need to see some more volume in the pre-market just before it opens. So I'll probably give that later. I might increase my volume prediction from instead of 10 to 30, I might do 15 to 35 million on the volume prediction day. Just give myself a little bit of overhead, as I don't think that it'll be less than 15 million. Twisty's going 528 so far, so he's got the same prediction I've got. Good prediction, Twisty. Looks like you're going 488 to 588 as well. No, that's not right. 478, my bad. 478 to 578. You're going 10 cents lower than me. So far, Apex, nope, nobody's going to have a unique price prediction again if we all keep these same numbers. Oh, that's right. Twisty says, remember a short day for volume prediction. Oh, how did I do that? You're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. But it does trade in the aftermarket hours, though, right? So we're still going to see aftermarket hours trade up until about what time is it? 5 Eastern, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 5 Eastern. So, and that's it's a few hours still shorter than what it, would normally trade till. Let's see, 5, 4. It's like 3 hours less. So, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why volume is a little bit higher today. They got to get more trades in faster. I'm still going to stick with I'll probably stick with 10 to 30 then, if that's the case. Nana's saying 518 close. Hope I'm wrong. Nana says she wants to. I saw a comment in Discord. She said she wants to give it a go. And next time we have a spot open for a price predictor, I've got you on my list, Nana. Every time a spot opens up, I always I almost always throw a shout out. Sometimes I just elect somebody, but most of the time I'll throw a shout out and see if anybody wants to do it. So now that I know that you're on the list of wanters, then I will add you on the list eventually once we get a spot open. You're welcome. I think that's all I got for you. I don't really have it. Let me head over to the back of the big tramp here, just in case anybody wants to pop in. Oh, I forgot to share this with you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on. I meant to share this. I'm so bad. I'm so forgetful. So forgetful sometimes. I wanted to share this with you guys yesterday, and I completely forgot. Let me pull this up. I think this is freaking hilarious. You got to listen to this. I'm going to mute myself in the back of the big tramp here for just a second. Because in order for me to turn the volume up, I don't want anybody to pop in and start shouting over this or anything. So let me turn this up. This is freaking hilarious. Love this. This was posted. I saw it originally on Twitter, so I retweeted it out because I thought it was so freaking funny. It was posted by Roaring Pika on Twitter, but it came. I think the original location that it came from was this account on super stonk. So let me play this for you guys. I think this is absolutely hysterical. Like, you gotta watch this. This is funny. So hats off to Blue Star for you. I have no idea what the heck who this person is. I've not even looked into their background. I don't really care. This is just so funny.
Asshole, you must come see this.
Hey, clear the way, move your fucking fire. Hey, you, Pikachu, he's a value buyer. Oh, come be the first on the sub to retweet this guy. Make waves, cuss a lot, ring bells, slap your nuts. I gonna love this guy. DFV fabulous, he holder of GameStop. Wall Street bets, show some respect, down on one knee. Now grab your tits and be calm. Call dad and also your mom. Then come and see his spectacular update stream. DFV, Roaring Kitty, deep fucking value. Stronger than Algo and Ken, obviously. He faced the short saboteurs. 1,000 bad guys and whores. Whose holdings doubled and more. Why DFV? He's got 5 million odd votes in cars.
Don't they look lovely, Joe?
Purple donuts, we went patiently. Fabulous, Larry, I love the donuts. When it comes to Ben bets with bananas. Boy, we coming through, I'm telling you, we all take it up anally. DFA shot for a D, boy of the short fact. Wise and meek, holding the peak, chic with the names. Replace your ripped underwear. Hold on to your butts and prepare to fuck about with your shells like DFA. He's got 9,001,000 movies. That's monkeys. And he's still giving awards for free. He's got autists and tinfoiling flunkies. Proud to hold you. They love buying, love YOLOing. They're just regards with the money. GME. GME, DFE, fortunately comes from the future. Saw the stock ready to pop, lovely to squeeze. And that, good people, is why he doubled down and hit buy. With sexy ITM options galore, against bears and liars, a badass for sure. With his 40 memes and his jokes to fuck with him, all to pressure Wall Street. Make way for
It's just friggin' it's amazing. He even sounds like he says yucca in here. The spot where he says something about nuts. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Tell me this doesn't sound like he says something about yucca. Hold on a second. What is he saying in here? Because they don't print it out. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on a second here. I gotta remember to show this to you. Here it is, right here. Listen real carefully to this part and tell me this doesn't sound like he says yucca.
Make waves, cuss a lot, ring bells, slap your nuts. I gonna love this guy.
Oh, it says, "Are you gonna love this guy?" That literally sounds like yucca. I don't know why. I guess I got yucca brain.
Ring bells, slap your nuts. I gonna love this guy. DFV.
It says, "I yucca gonna love this guy." It doesn't sound like what he's saying on the writing.
Cuss a lot, ring bells, slap your nuts. I gonna love this guy. DFV.
I don't know. Whatever. All I know is that is brilliant. I love the fact that they did that and did it so well. One thing I thought was really kind of interesting as I just was now playing it for you guys was that DFV, I complained about some of his memes that he was making on his sound because I was trying to play the sound for him, and whoever made this had the same exact sound mastering as DFV did. I had to drag up my my slider on sound for that exactly to the same place I do for DFV's memes. Kind of interesting. I'm not trying to say that means anything. It's just whatever software maybe that person used to make that may be the same software that DFV possibly used. I don't know. Pretty cool, though. Robert Moore says, according to something about Mary, you have to jerk off to get rid of yucca brain. That's funny. Tron says, bravo. I agree. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. There's so much talent. There's so much creativity and talent amongst us. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what we can accomplish. Tim says, I can hear Yucca. All right, good. I'm not the only one. I'll share that a little bit later. When Yucca comes around, we'll play it again. Hopefully I can remember. Maybe you guys can help to remind me when we have Yucca show up later. He usually shows up around 10:30 a.m. my time. So let's see, what would that be? Like 3 hours from now? 3 hours and 20 minutes? Maybe you guys can remind me. Hey Siri, set up an alarm for 3... Cancel. What time? Oh yeah. Hey Siri, set up an alarm for 10:30 a.m.
I set your alarm for 10:30 a.m.
There. When he pops in, hopefully that'll go off, and then we can... all y'all just had your alarms just set for 10:30, so everybody's going to get reminded. I'm curious how many people... throw me a 1 in the chat comment if y'all's phones all set up a timer for 10:30. Not yet, UPS delivery guy. We got it Friday. Friday still is a trading day, so not Friday yet. I wish. Roseanne, preacher, you too? Wow, I didn't know you. Wouldn't have thought you were a Apple user. Android for life. Life. Apex next. Nice, thank you. Man, Jake, good morning. Yeah, UPS delivery guy, I understand. I know what you're saying. It does. It's Friday for my wife. She's getting off. Happy Friday to her. She's probably on her way driving home right now. She may even be listening. So happy Friday to her, because these are her normal. It's Drinky Drink Wednesday. We could do that. I should ask her. I didn't even think of that. Oh no, she won't do a drink today. No, we have stuff we have to do today, so she's probably not going to want to do a Drinky Drink Wednesday. We haven't done that in so long. When was the last time? Does anybody remember when the last time was we did a Drinky Drink Wednesday? Has it been over a month? It's got to be over 2 months, I would imagine. Had to be. Jay says, Drinky Drink Wednesday. Jay, good morning. Oh, by the way, guys, the title for the day today says, have a safe and happy 4th of July with the little bang firework there. I want to go back and look and see. Give me 1 second. I want to look at DFV's video, his meme that he created for that, and see what actual emoji he used. Because I was trying to go through and find the correct emoji, what I thought was going to, and I typed in like firework, and what I was looking for didn't pop up. So I had to try like a lot of different words before I finally got to the correct emoji. And then it started getting me wondering what exactly, maybe if anything, like, I mean, the word that I had to type in to get the emoji that I got. So I want to see if I've got the right emoji. If I don't have the right emoji, then I don't know what to think about this, but And let me find the video real quick here. I'm looking for the 15. Here it is. All right, so let me take you guys over to the other page here, and let's just check out the video real quick here and see exactly what emoji he used. Let's see here. We'll pause it, and it's towards the end. That's not the emoji is that the emoji I used? I can't tell. No, it's not. No, it is not the emoji I used. Somebody do me a favor and find out what specifically what emoji this is. How do you get that emoji? Because the one I used, I had to type in boom to get it to show up. And this is obviously not the same emoji. I typed in fireworks. I didn't see that. I typed in a couple different words that I thought might express it, and I could not get the right one. I tried bang. Don't just throw in guesses, because I guessed a lot of things this morning. Actually find it and tell me. Let me get a screenshot of it up here, and I will. That way you can see it. Because notice that it's different. Does that show up on the screen? It's different. It's non-uniform. The bottom side of it is not the same as the top side. You guys are close, but that's not it though. Those are uniform. Actually, the bottom, did he flip it upside down? No. Maybe he did. Maybe he flipped it upside down. Jay, I should. I need to. Maybe he flipped it upside down, because I'm noticing that the difference between what you guys, well, let's see, 2, 4, 6, there's 8 sides, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that is not the same emoji. The one you guys are posting up there has way more tips on it than what his has. His has only has 8. Y'all are posting stuff that's got like 10. So it is not the same one. But that's what I was trying to figure out this morning. I was trying to figure out what the heck, how that specific emoji got put up there. SC formula. Not quite. Close. Oh, UPS delivery guy said he finished track. I'm going to check that out when I go on break, UPS delivery guy. So UPS delivery guy was tracking times. And it was something I had considered doing, but then I didn't feel like putting enough time into it. But he put it under tinfoil hats. He was checking both time and time frame and the amount of posts that were done on certain days for the meme posts. Oh, he said he just stopped? Yeah, nothing seemed to correlate between past and present. I went down a rabbit hole and just stopped. Wait, which section did you say? Hold on a second. Whatever you posted, I don't see. Oh, there it is. I see it now. It's a download. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to open it for me. It looks like it's just a Word document, but it's not opening. Can you just copy and paste it? Stella says, Google transparent boom emoji and scroll through the images. It is there. Transparent boom. Let's see here. Because boom is what I had to use. Boom, in order to get the emoji that I used on today's live stream, boom is the word that I used for that. I just did transparent boom, and the first page of images do not match. I don't see it. Marwood Studio says this emoji is from Twitter. Well, the emoji that I used this morning was from Twitter. I literally copy and pasted it from Twitter. And I used boom. That's how I got it. So it would have to be something else other than boom then. UPS delivery guy, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing great. You're saying you can't download the document?
Yeah, I did download it, but it's not wanting to open through. Did you use Microsoft Word?
I just sent it through my phone on Pages.
Oh, okay. That's probably why. Can you
Is there
just
something that I could do different?
Can you just copy the words and paste it?
Like in a message? I mean, like not in the chat, but like in the box that you write in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give that a try. When I get to work, I'll just, before I go in, I'll just try and do that.
So Apex is saying it's a Reddit emoji, and I would imagine that's probably that. I would believe that to be the case. Let me hit reply on something here, and see, because that sounds very much like that would be the case. How do I reply on? Let's see here. Oh, it's stupid. I hate this. All right, let me try this. Let me try reply. Okay. Oh no. All right, let me try doing this through my phone. I would imagine, because there is, hold on a second here. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is not it. I thought it was it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is close. It is very, very close, though. One, two, three, four, five, six. I mean, if I was gonna give an award to the closest one you could find to being accurate, I would almost give an award to this one. It's not the same though. You maybe could convince me if you inverted the emoji. But it still has 9 spikes on it, which is more than what's showing on this one. There's no way. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. It's very close. It's a lot closer than anything else. Let me go to Twitter, and Twitter can't be it because that's exactly where I copy and pasted from on Twitter. Let's see here. Collision symbol emoji download for free. That is it. That is definitely it. Okay, so why pull a random emoji from some odd, what is this? Rich is posting. The one Rich posted is the right one here. The one that you posted is not correct, Stella. But the one that Rich posted is absolutely, undoubtedly the correct one. There, in fact, the colors are the same. Everything is the same. It is 100% the right one. Collision symbol is correct, but it says download for free from Icon Duck. What the heck does that mean? I don't like doing this stuff live because I just think it's like kind of a waste of time. But yeah, this is. Let me show you, Stella, just so you can see the difference between the two. But Rich's is by far the correct one. It is. It's got the right amount of sides. Yours has the correct amount of sides as well, but it doesn't have the white center, and the white center is definitely what we're looking for. Nobody, I mean, DFE posted it back on the 15th, but that was a long ass time ago, like the 15th of May. But I was just trying to figure out like where he got it from, the original emoji from. I was just kind of curious because, I mean, he's using an emoji that's not readily just available, which I think is kind of interesting. My next question would be is did he pull all of his emojis from the same location? I'm kind of curious now. And if so, is it for the reasons of editing a meme, that it's just a lot easier to edit a meme with clip art emojis that are from, you know, some website or something like that? I don't know. Kind of interesting. Anyways, enough of that. UPS delivery guy, how's it coming on transferring that over? Is that doable? You're like, give me a chance, man. I'm working.
It's showing that I can only send 2,000 characters, so I'm gonna have to try and do it in 2 separate messages.
Okay. Well, how about? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It said I could download Nitro and do it, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, don't do it. So, was there anything in particular that you noticed? I mean, how about that? Like, let's just ask. I'll just ask you. Did you see anything, a pattern or anything that popped up, that a frequency that was maybe repeating, or Obviously, I know I had mentioned to you that I saw that the amount of times that he was tweeting was decreasing over time in between posts. But I was just kind of curious what you saw from your perspective.
There was one day where he posted 34 times. I was hoping it was going to end up at 35, but it didn't.
What
I
day?
think there was.
What day was that? Do you remember what day it was?
That was the 17th, I believe. The Missy Elliott day, I think.
15th, 16th. It wouldn't make quite much sense. That actually kind of makes a little bit of sense, though, because if he has 34... Because the 15th should be... Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure the 15th is day 1. So if the 15th is day 1, then day 2, which would mean only 34 left, would be the 16th. Unless... Yeah, because that's still a week. That's still
I'm
a
going
work
to pull
day.
it up real quick and see.
Because if it was the 16th, it would make a little bit more sense that he had 34 on the 16th. But if it was from the...
It was the 15th. The 15th, he had 34 posts.
Huh.
And only one of them was a picture, and that was at 2:31, and that's the only odd time.
Yeah.
Meaning it wasn't a...
It wasn't part of the schedule. Yeah.
Part of the hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like he was
And,
posting pictures that were like separate from everything else. Like the pictures weren't supposed to be meant as part of, like, maybe he was seeing other things being said and posting outside the timeline.
Yeah. The 13th and the 14th he posted 12 times each day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 16th he did 26 posts. And then the 17th 25 posts. And then basically after that was just once a day, except for the 11th and 17th when he did 2. But I'm almost at work, probably 5 more minutes, and I'll just mess with it real quick and try and send it. Should I send it in the bubble or just stay in tinfoil?
Yeah, stay in tinfoil.
All right.
And whatever you do, don't let this interfere with your work. Work is more important than doing this stuff. This stuff can wait until after work's done.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to work like 10 minutes early, so I'll just mess with it real quick. It'll only take a couple minutes.
All right.
All righty. You enjoy the morning, and I'll be listening.
You have a safe day today.
Thank you, brother. You too. Thanks.
All right. All right, I think yeah, Kevin's saying collision. Yeah, Kevin, I think that's correct. Collision emoji. Rich got it. I think he was the first one to get it. In case I may end up changing price, if I notice anything at the top of the hour, I'll be back in 45. Gotta grab a bite. Absolutely, sounds fine. And UPS delivery guy, I'm going to step out for my break here, so I will see you later as well. Thanks for stopping in. Let me put my message up on the screen here. Did you guys... The big tramp's back. What time am I coming back at? Oh, yeah, 8:15. You do it every day, Casey. How do you not know? Let me see here. So I've got some music that I'm supposed to be playing here. Thanks to Rugged for posting up some free music. I also have some other suggestions as well. Then once I get done with the Rugged's suggestions, we'll move on. Let's see here. All right, here we go. See you guys in a bit.
for my long beard hanging down. Taking AMC, it's all about the line. No ties, no suit and tie, just dark circles round these tired eyes. Sipping coffee, crunching numbers, technically analyzing. Windows roll down, wind in my head, I embrace the gritty grind. There's my castle, roots my kingdom, no place else I wanna be. AMC ticker keeps on rolling, stop shots and patterns unfolding. Fear and greed, bulls and bears, it's a wild ride, I'm all inside. Oh, ticker in my sights, AMC's my fight. Bed in bed, living, crunching numbers all night, yeah. Fan of the gear, tinker analyst, chasing dreams in the moonlight. No fancy office, just the open road. This is my life, alright.
Sorry about that, guys. I lost track of time there. Was not even realizing what time it was. But we've got price predictions in for the day today, and let's see. Tech is going to go with 520, which means he's going to go 470 to 570 for the price prediction, and that means nobody is eligible for an extra bonus point for the day today, as nobody has a price prediction that's unique. So the bottom end of the totem pole for the day is Tech with 470 to 570. Then we have Twisty at 478 to 578. Apex has 482 to 582, and I have 488 to 588. Best luck to all of you guys, and I'm getting close to being late to the start here. So I will see you guys on the other side of market open. Oh, volume prediction, 10 to 30 million.
When the night's getting cold, you're needing a shoulder. Puff out your chest and be a little bolder. All we do is we buy and hold. There will be shills who wanna steal your thrills. There will be friends who hold till the end. There will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. Panic and fear really are near, but it's not ours to own. We have shown that all we do is buy and hold. Oh, there will be shills who wanna steal your thrills, and there will be friends who hold till the end, and there will be doubt, fear and cloud, but it's all in your head. Those hedges are dead. So when the night's getting colder and you're needing that shoulder, these apes got your back, we got each other. All we do is we buy and hold.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Go for launch, GC. Go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Bravo, go. GC. Go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Eco, go. FAO, go. Payloads, go. Scan for the customer, go. DPS, we're go. Eco, go. Booster, go. Surgeon, go. PRS, go. Okay. Let's see, we'll wait on GNC.
T-minus 60 seconds and counting.
Guidance, we cleared all of our autoload constraints. From weather
We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start.
See, I hear you loud and clear, 5 mics. Tell me. Have you loud and clear as well, thanks, sir.
Yeah, let's go for auto sequence start.
And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
You have a good forward link now on SM. Okay, you sound good. Discovery Houston, negative return. Copy, a negative return.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and ruckus are comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got an apartment across from the park, put quinoa in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due. Do my password begin with a 1 or a 2? Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-la-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So woody-la-dee-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever, I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang, let's go out with a bang. Been a hell of a put your best face on. Everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So put your best face on. Everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try. So whatever, come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
Good morning, you filthy apes. Welcome to AMC with KC, where we buy, we hold, and we screw those hedgies. Screw 'em! That's right. This is where we like to fling poo and eat crayons for breakfast. Rock strong. Good morning, guys. The title for the day today is Have a Safe and Happy 4th of July. The reason that I say safe is that I don't want you to be like me. Let me share with you guys here what I mean by that. If I can find my spot. Where is it here? Here we go. Casey's Projects. Don't be a Casey. Yeah, this is not a good idea here. Let me share this with you real quick. Oops, I took you to the wrong page. Here we go. Yeah. Let's start that over. We got to start that over from the beginning. You got to see that from the beginning here. Pretty happy 4th of July. But what I want you to see here is that at approximately about 3 seconds into this, I light it. 1 second into this, and before I even have a chance to do anything, this thing is just taking off. It was a mortar set, like one of those like 24-piece mortar sets, or I don't know, 30 mortar set, and half the cake had gone off, and the other half didn't go off because there was a splice or cut in the fuse, or maybe it wasn't even connected. I'm not sure which. And there's a fair chunk of yellow fuse left. Now, most of you guys know when you light this stuff, typically the fuse is green, and those fuses are shorter burning fuses, so it gives you more time to get away from it. I knew with the color change on it being yellow that it was probably going to be faster, but most of the mortars were going off like once every second or two. So I kind of figured I had enough time to be able to get away from it. I knew it was going to be faster, but I had no idea it would be instantaneous. So just so you know, yellow fuses, careful. Don't even do what I did. Just if it doesn't finish lighting off, just throw it in some water and let it sit for a little while, then throw it in some water but what you'll notice here is I got fireworks coming out of my ass at some point here or another, and you see the mortar taking off upwards, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm pooping out a mortar behind me, and that one deflected off of my finger. And just to prove to you that that's a mortar that's flinging on behind me here, as the camera pans up to see the explosion in the air, what you'll see is that simultaneously as that one explodes in the air, there's fireworks coming from below as well. So don't be me and try and decide to MacGyver your way through fireworks. It doesn't work. I had actually thought about adding pulling a green fuse off of like one of the little smaller tiny things that just nobody cared about, and attaching, splicing it on there and attaching it on. And I was like, nah, I'll have plenty of time with that yellow fuse that's left. It's pretty long. Boy, did it burn quick. Really, really quick. Anyways, don't be me. I still have all my fingers. I did have the mortar deflect off my one of my fingers, and I got a little bit of powder burn with my arm, stuck in fire like. But for the most part, I was okay, and I got lucky. I got really, really, really super lucky, and I just don't want you guys to have a bad 4th of July. So make sure you're extra safe out there, guys. Learn from my experience that bad things can happen. Chi-Town Turtle says, Casey, so does your ass pucker when you light a fuse? No, I'm not afraid. I didn't get any I don't have any fear of lighting fireworks after that. I'm fine. I don't have a problem. But anyways, be careful. Long story short, please, please, please be careful. I'm glad I had glasses on because you know, I don't know if there was any debris that deflected off my glasses, but I'm glad I had glasses on. Probably not a bad idea to wear some kind of safety glasses or some kind of glasses when you're lighting fireworks. You never know. But yeah, let's see here. I was trying to stand off to the side of it, way off to the side, and I knew I was standing off to the side just enough, but I guess my hand had to have been hovering just enough over it to where it, you know, it obviously got me. I didn't think my hand was hovering over it at all, but apparently it was. All right, let me head on over to the back of the Big Tramp. And don't forget, today is a partially traded day due to the 4th of July coming up tomorrow. So make sure you guys, you know, anything you need to get, now's your last chance. Go get your party supplies for tomorrow. Quack, quack, good morning to you. I don't know if Quack, quack can hear me yet. Anyways, good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, good morning.
Good morning.
Parrot, good morning to you.
Hopefully my comms are better this morning. A little bit of an issue yesterday in the last hour or so, but I think I've got it squared away.
So far, so good.
Everyone.
Yeah. Amazing Blue 2, Funky, good morning.
Morning. You only need one finger for the buy button.
Who needs all those other fingers? We only need one. And it could just be a nub. Nub's okay.
Wiping your ass might be difficult, but my finger and picking your nose, you're all good.
Yeah.
That's why you have 10. I mean, you can lose them periodically. You only have to pay attention when you get down where you only got like 3 or 4 fingers left. That's when it becomes critical to realize.
My uncle's an iron worker, and when I was a kid, he pinched the first digit or the first knuckle off of his pointer finger, and then when it finally healed, a couple weeks later, he lost the next knuckle in a fan on a car.
Oh,
so he
nice!
Couldn't do anything on the same finger. So it was funny. He always had this bony, just one little half of a finger. He just poked you in the head with it, messing with you. So. It was always a custom for us as kids.
That's terrible. Yeah,
There's a possibility that a lot of fireworks may be rained out. We're seeing, at least in this part of the panhandle of Florida, we're seeing a great deal of rain, blustery wind, and all that. So.
Well, that hurricane's still pretty south of you, though, right? I mean, that's not coming from that, is it?
Yeah, but I think it might be just that low pressure moving through that part of the world might be sucking. Might be pulling some bad weather in. We'll see.
Yeah, we get the rain all day Friday and Saturday, so we're good on Thursday right here in the north.
Where I'm at, we're getting the rain and storms today and tomorrow, so yeah, it'll probably get rained out here too.
Yeah.
Some happy dogs and war veterans.
There were some people lighting off fireworks last night. I don't know if maybe that means I'm supposed to get. I didn't even look to see if I have rain tomorrow. Hold on. I doubt I do, but now you got me wondering. Daily. Nope, I'm good tomorrow.
Yeah, they were lighting a few off. They were lighting a few off here. Mrs. Pirate was stomping around furiously, every other breath threatening to call the police. I said, "Easy, Karen. It'll be over here just a moment."
Oh no.
That didn't go over real.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Rugged, good morning.
Good morning. I tell her it'll be over in a minute or two. Yeah.
Oh man, that's not good. Well, we had some fire. I mean, that's kind of typical a little bit around here to have fireworks a little early. I think some people kind of get excited and can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some fireworks, EC. Let me tell you, I've got some fireworks. I can't even talk about the fireworks, actually. It's not even allowed. It's illegal. Can't talk about these fireworks. I have a secret indicator. I got a very secret indicator. Doesn't give me any options to talk about this indicator. But let me tell you something. It's creeping. It's creeping. Yep. Ooh, yeah.
Sounds like the Slim Jim dude. I can't think of what his name is now.
Macho Man.
Yeah.
Macho Man.
Yeah, that's
Savage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man. I actually used to turn the cartoons off when when Hulk Hogan would come on in the mornings and for the cartoons. I usually would watch the intro and then
I'm ashamed to
yeah.
admit I'm with you on that, Casey. There's guys in the military. I was a few years senior than because I came in later than a lot of high school graduates, but they were still, in their late 20s, ate up with the whole Hulk Hogan and all that, and they'd come into work talking about it, and they'd ask me, "I can't believe you don't watch it." I said, "Well, I'm not 9 years old anymore."
Yeah, if I ever watched it, my favorite part would probably be the interviews. Everybody would get so animated. It's just so funny to watch.
They had a crossover, and I'm not sure which came first. I'm pretty sure he was probably the wrestler first. But do you remember Sergeant Slaughter? I think that was his, I think that was his name.
He was also in
a G.I. Joe, right? Yeah, and so he was like a crossover between G.I. Joe and wrestling, and so I kind of was trying to figure out like what was going on there, and I guess maybe watch him a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it, and so it kind of worried me as a child, thinking that my G.I. Joes were suddenly going to turn into WrestleMania kind of guys, and I was like, no, I hope this doesn't happen. But I think they were just trying to maybe capitalize a little bit on the characters. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I did have them though as a character. The action figure. Not my favorite one. Macho Man's girlfriend was hot, Miss Elizabeth. I have no idea who that is. Now I feel like I gotta look her up. It's probably, hopefully I get the more flattering pictures from the past. What was her name again? Mrs. what? Miss
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
She died of a drug overdose. I believe they were married.
Huh. Oh, so she was also a wrestler. Interesting. Never heard of her. It's a first. Yeah, what a strange time. What a strange world we lived in back in those days. I want to play the video again, but I've got to wait until Yucca gets here.
Yeah, that can serve as a public service announcement. You can easily play that thing several times.
Yeah, I just
serve as an example of what not to do.
Oh yeah, mine. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I probably would have been just fine if I'd spliced on a one of the green fuses on there first. I would have been completely fine. I got lazy and I was just sitting there thinking to myself like, there's the time between each one of the mortars going off was at least I don't know, it seemed like 3 seconds. So I figured I had probably half or a little less than half the amount of time to get away from it than the green fuses. And so when I lit it, I've never seen a fuse disappear so quick. It was just like,
I told you this time last year. It was either this time last year or 2 4th of July ago. My cousin, that I share so many colorful stories about. He's such a character, but yeah, I told you we built 2 signal cannons together, thunder mugs. In the old days, they would use these thunder mugs to signal the port when a ship was out. And but we made 2 of them, and he was bending over to light his, and the fuse is at the bottom. And I guess an ember from I don't know exactly what happened, but it went off before he bent completely over, and it blew his pointer finger and his thumb completely off just 2 years ago. And he's a mechanic by trade, so it's a disability for him. Yep. And when I say blew it off, I don't mean just like burned it or broke it. I mean he no longer has a pointer finger and a thumb on his left hand.
Wow.
But it sounded good. He said everybody clapped.
Oh no!
Was real impressed with the cannon going off.
Little finger shrapnel to everybody. The
That
moral of the story is
that was a wet
always
firework.
buy the extra 100 foot. Always buy the extra 100 foot of wick while you're there, just in case.
I asked him if he found it. I said, "Did you even look for your pieces?" He's like, "No, man. I was going to go get some medical attention." I said, "It's too bad. If you could have got your thumb, you could have made like a necklace out of it."
Oh, gross.
Took it to a taxidermist, had it all fixed up, put it on, sent it to Pro Jeweler, a nice silver chain.
Put it in a jar of formaldehyde.
Yeah, or at least have a little funeral. Have the family all over, order flowers, dig a little spot in the backyard, and have a little ceremony. A little tombstone on it. Here lies Danny's thumb.
You know,
serve people finger food.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, man. Last year when we were doing fireworks, I mean, it's Texas. Everybody's lighting off fireworks all over the place around here. And we were constantly getting rained on from, there was just enough wind out, I think, that some of the neighbors that were lighting off fireworks, all of their leftover remains of their fireworks was raining down on us. So it was kind of interesting to have that happening. I don't think that's happened to us before. But yeah. Chi-Town Turtle says, lazy or hammer? I have had drinks before lighting the fireworks off, but it's never, it's like a beer or something like that. It's never anything, no large quantities of drinking before fireworks. I would never. That's too unsafe. It was just a poorly miscalculated guesstimate on what a yellow fuse would burn rate. Very poorly guesstimated. I should have gone with my gut instinct, which was to just kind of rip off one of the kids' smaller firecrackers, green fuses, and attached it.
Am I the asshole because, well, I know I'm an asshole, but am I a greater asshole because I enjoy the videos where they toss the fireworks out at the homeless people? They're doing little drive-bys where they drive into the intersection.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Bad?
That's
Is it
messed
frowned
up.
upon to laugh at those?
That's messed up. That is messed up.
But you don't laugh though. But what you're saying, you're like Sandy. You're saying
I don't even
up,
see those. Those didn't even pop up on my. I've never seen one of those. Never seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you're messing with.
Well, it's okay if you have to do it in Portland, Oregon. That's okay because there's too many there. So you got to get rid of them.
Right.
You got to play the put it in reverse Terry video where the guy's in the street lighting the fireworks with a electric wheelchair and he doesn't move. And it's going off and everybody's like, put it in reverse. Terry,
oh yeah, I remember that one.
That was very funny. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was
just crack it up.
I like the dog chasing the people around with the Roman candle. I always think that's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great till it's your dog.
I just got a neighborhood alert. Police cars and helicopter looking for somebody in my area. That's good to know.
Wow. Yeah. It's KC.
Yeah, I'm here. Here I am.
You know, you could turn on your police scanner app. If you have that app.
You know, I downloaded it a long time ago, but I found that in my particular area, the only one that it was publishing or not publishing streaming was the emergency for like EMS. It wasn't doing the it wasn't doing the police.
It could be because digital trunking. You know, when they switched over to encoding, I'm sure kind of you're much aware of this from your experience. But you know, before it was analog, you could pick up almost everything, but everything went to digital trunking and encoded.
Yeah. It was kind of fun to listen to the EMS calls, though. That was kind of interesting.
Now, if you get a Uniden 396T, if I recall correctly, they may have newer models out. There's ways to decode some of that. That's a different topic.
Robert Moore says, we were rapid firing mortars and did it too fast. The embers from the previous mortar lit the new one. It went off immediately, hitting my friend's hand, breaking his thumb, causing his hand to hit his head, and gave him a concussion. Holy crap. He hit himself in the head?
Knocked himself out. That's funny.
That's moving. I had a friend who we were doing the mortars back in Oregon, and they were illegal there. He had bought mortars, and we were setting up 2 at a time and setting them off 2 at a time until one of them...
2 chicks at the same time.
The concussion from the first one knocked over the second one, and so it shot down the street and blew up down the street. And after that, then we got kind of smart after that and started nailing the mortar. He got a piece of plywood, and we nailed them down to the plywood so that they wouldn't tilt over on us when we were trying to light them off.
There was one last year. It was making the rounds. It was incredibly popular. It was like still a little bit daylight. The whole family was out in the front yard of your stereotypical subdivision. They had all their lawn chairs out, the children and everything. And I guess that hot ember went into the box or the paper bag that the fireworks were standing at the ready. And that was a really good one too, because it was asshole and elbows. Everybody was just bailing out, and I think my memory serves me right. They left the kid behind.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was like fuck the baby, I'm out of here. Yeah, funny shit.
Yeah, don't be those people. Hopefully, everybody will come back on Friday. We have Thursday off. Today we end at noon, and
yeah, that sucks.
Noon my time, 1 p.m. Eastern. The market does still continue to trade until I think 5 p.m. Eastern as an aftermarket hour trading period, but more than likely I would expect to see most everything probably just kind of trade sideways when that happens. We got about 3 more minutes here, and we'll take a look at our numbers since for the first time since market has been open. I don't like those bottle rocket ones.
One of the best gags. I highly recommend it. My uncle was notorious for it. But keep an M80 or a nice, at the minimum, a bigger firecracker in your pocket. And if you're all gathered around a fire pit or a little bonfire, little chimenea in somebody's backyard, when everybody's just standing around there talking, just nonchalantly just toss it in the fire. Most people don't even pay attention when you drop something in a fire. The trick is not to run, because if you run, it triggers that flight instinct.
Yeah.
People, they instinctively know something's wrong, but what you have to, my uncle perfected it. He would just kind of lean over like you would a cigarette butt and drop it in the fire. And then just slowly, but with purpose, turn your back to the fire. And it was really effective, man. You make people turn over in lawn chairs and all kinds of stuff. That's always a crowd pleaser.
I was lighting off last year. I don't like them, but these like 2.5 foot long sticks with bottle rockets on attached on the end of them, What I don't like about those is that,
yeah, the bigger ones.
Yeah, we kept shooting those things off, and there was no debris coming down. Like, there was no stick afterwards. And I tried to figure out, for the life of me, I was trying to figure out, like, what the hell is happening to that stick? Like, there's no way that it didn't seem like the bottle rocket itself was strong enough to, disintegrate a stick. But there was no stick
your
whatsoever.
Neighbors enjoyed cleaning that up. Yeah. Oh, I promise you, it was, your neighbors enjoyed that.
Yeah, we didn't hear the stick. Normally, everything that we were shooting off, the debris was coming down a little bit down the street, but those wood sticks never were found.
Yep.
Never saw those again.
Yeah, they're on somebody's roof.
That's why I don't like those. I don't like shooting those things off anymore. I usually like to find all the debris. Ropes? No, it's like a 2.5 foot long stick. That's with a bottle rocket on the end of it, and you shoot it off, and stick goes with it, and you never see the stick again. It's gone.
Wow.
I became obsessed with the sound. It became a point of honor for us to see if we can make it ever increasingly louder, to the point where we would call people that lived like many miles away and ask them, like, if you get ready, tell us if you can hear this. And we would just put an increasingly larger charge, which is a fancy way of saying more black powder, into the thunder mug every time.
Thunder mug?
On inspection, I realized that that's what it was called, a thunder mug. And because it's not much bigger than a coffee cup. But I had, after repeatedly making a bigger and bigger charge, I thought, man, this thing's, I don't know how much more it can take. And then I looked at it real close, and sure enough, I noticed it had developed a real fine hairline crack. And so we retired it before it turned into shrapnel, because we didn't put any kind of projectile in it. It was just to load up as much powder as we could. But even that can become dangerous. But yep, the old thunder mug is hereby retired.
That is my wife's nickname.
You can buy it. You don't have.
All right, let me take you guys over to the other screen here, and we'll take a look at our numbers.